What up? What's happening? And welcome into a Friday night pregame lounge.
Wait, do we have to do that?
Do I do it for my...
Yeah, you have to. One-man show. One-man band, dude.
Dad's away. The kids must play. Superstar Dev is back from a hiatus, from a COVID-related hiatus.
I'm ready for the Nuggets game. I'm ready to see you guys again. Ready to party.
Oh, baby.
We missed you, but the chat missed you more during the bet section, so we will get to that. To my left, I don't know what it is. On your right, is it the same? I don't care. That's Eric. He's D-line.
I'm so confused with what you just said.
For them, are you on my
I'm
right?
on the left.
You're on my left.
I'm on your left.
Carry the 4. Okay,
you know what? Let's go, Nuggets.
Let's get into the game notes. Your Denver Nuggets are in New Orleans tonight, and we do have some injury report updates right off the bat. Start with Denver. JaMychal Green is... Remember, he was technically available, but reconditioning post-COVID, so kind of unofficially unavailable. Well, he's out of whatever that phase is, so he might play tonight. Malone said he will try to get him back in there, but he also shouted out the play of those who have stepped up in his absence. With regards to Bones Hyland, kind of an interesting quote, guys. Malone said that him being out of the rotation is two-pronged. Obviously, he is still tinkering with the rotation, trying to find a bench that he feels, and he used the word consistency, can bring some of that consistency. But then also that Bones Hyland hasn't been feeling very well physically, which is vague, somewhat of a new update, not necessarily reflected on injury reports, so just something to keep an eye on. But he did say that it is also him tinkering with the rotations.
Did he use the word tinkering?
I don't think
so. It sounds
so.
like a pretty
that sounds
soft.
Yeah, in hindsight, that seems like something I wrote on my notes.
He's like, guys, I'm tinkering with the...
Yeah. Dev, what do you make of that? Bones Hyland, and I will say that in a roundtable today, myself, Harrison Wind, Adam Mares, we answered the question of what's next for Bones Hyland. Do you have an answer to that question?
Well, I think that him using the word consistency was like a big piece that, kind of lets us see exactly what he means. Like when it comes to Bones Hyland's season, inconsistency has been the word with him. He just can't find any type of rhythm. And some of it is due to the fact that he just hasn't been able to play, like, or string along a lot of games in a row, due to COVID and also these other illnesses. And then also a lot of it has to do with just not making shots or being himself. So for him to actually be going through such a rough patch right now, it's actually like alarming for me, especially because this is an opportunity for him. They don't have Jamal Murray. They're starting guys like Austin Rivers. Facu Campazzo's playing a lot of minutes. You bring in Bones Hyland in the draft, and you expect him to play. So it's wild to think about. And I don't really have an answer for what's next for him because with that answer, you don't know if he was just saying he's unhealthy or he just isn't consistent. But for him to not go to him, it says a lot.
Eric, Malone is one of the kings of pregame misdirection, especially when it comes to playing time.
Yeah.
Bones has been out of the rotation,
yes.
or sort of. Do we see him tonight?
So wait a minute. Did he pay a compliment to Bones?
Yes.
That he's out. We know this to be true.
But he
anytime he pumps a player up, he then immediately benches them.
But he also talked about the consistency factor. So look, it was an 11-man rotation, then it was 10. I mean, do we see Bones tonight, or is he out?
Man, Bones is officially getting the rookie treatment. He has deserved the rookie treatment. He looks alarmingly like a rookie. Sometimes he looks dominant. Oftentimes he looks lost. Sometimes he looks as though he can't possibly miss a shot. Other times it looks like he takes the most ill-advised, ridiculous shots. This is par for the course. Anybody who's watched the Nuggets for any amount of time knows that rookies in their first year, for the most part, get no run, including Michael Porter Jr., including Jamal Murray, including Nikola Jokić. You just don't show up and just get to work through your issues with Michael Malone as your coach, especially for a team that's actually striving for something. So, I don't really put much stock into it. I love Bones, as you know. I'm a Bonesman. Yep. I might be the Bonesman. Mm-hmm. But the point is that he is not, he's playing like you would expect. And so there's just natural development, and I'm not worried about it at all. If he gets benched, he gets benched,
Yeah, I do. Well, go ahead.
With them having no Will Barton, do you think that gives opens up some time for him tonight?
I was gonna say. So as for tonight's game notes, real quick, we'll do both sides, Eric.
Yeah.
Will Barton, was downgraded to probable with non-COVID. illness. Now he's out with non-COVID illness. New Orleans will be without Brandon Ingram, dealing with an ankle issue, and Jonas Valanciunas, non-COVID illness. They're out. Go ahead with the Barton Bones.
To me, it's like when Barton's out, that opens the door for Austin Rivers and Davon Reed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Davon Reed did not play. Like, he hasn't been playing recently as well. And then also you welcome back JaMychal Green. He's actually available this game, right?
Yeah.
No, so like that does open up the door for other players. It is a weird spot. This is a weird game, especially with the position of small forward. Yeah. None of those guys play small forward.
Yeah.
Davon Reed's the only small forward in that situation.
And again, we do know the official code for Michael Malone is if he pays somebody an effusive compliment in the pregame, it means they are not going to play.
I just think it's really tough to guess, what this rotation looks like until the trade deadline dust settles. That could mean a lot for guys like Bones. Of course, Malone touched on the constant quest of theirs to find consistency. He did note that he feels like they're improving on this road trip. That the third quarters with Detroit were a little better. Obviously, these were not great teams. He pointed out they're not there yet, but the key to consistency, anyone want to guess what Malone's key to consistency is? Eric? Dev?
Playing hard in defense.
It is defense. Congratulations, winner, chicken dinner. Malone also did say they prepared for this game as if everyone is available, which now ends up being kind of a shot in the foot because not everyone's available. So they didn't necessarily game plan for the guys that the Pelicans will play, but I do think that that's the right approach. All right, enough game notes. Let's move on. Okay, what's the next segment? I can't remember. Pregame Stonks.
Pregame Stonks. Finally, dude.
We haven't done Stonks in a while, and it's always easy to do after the game. But I'm curious, there's a couple of names I'm really curious where they sit with you guys. We don't have the graphics, so we'll just go one at a time. You guys say up or down.
Okay.
Dev, Will Barton, up or down?
His stock is down. We're talking about consistency right now. He's not playing a lot right now, and the Nuggets need him to play. The Nuggets need to find some type of consistency, and they need to win games. So not having him for non-COVID illnesses, it's not his fault right now. But still, like, just getting some run with the team, especially being a small forward, and they don't have that many options. Also, they need to run through him a lot of times. So I like how the Nuggets play when he's there. But he hasn't been there, so I'm going to go down.
I'm going to go up, Dev. Will Barton stunk. Undeniably up. Why? Because when he's out of the lineup, there's no scoring.
That's true.
He comes back in, he hits buckets right off the bat, and then later on he does what we all expect him to do, which is to infuriate his haters by doing things he shouldn't do.
We got a lot of that in the last game. Got a lot of both.
All the same, though, that's standard issue Will Barton. But all the same, like, when he's out of the lineup, you're like, this team has no scoring.
Yeah.
So I think his stonk is up, even though it is down for the game.
There's a subjective side to this too. Like, where do you, when you say up or down, like down, like relative to what? Which we're obviously not defining. So that's
the best part about stuff like this.
It's like up to you. There's no criteria. I'm going to say Barton's up because I think the playmaking with Jokić, the get the ball to Jokić part has been better lately. And to me, that's what it's all about.
That makes one up stonk.
So I think across the season, everyone knows how they feel about Aaron Gordon. Seems to be, everyone agrees that's a home run trade. But Eric, right now, in this undetermined, undefined time period,
okay,
are
so
AG stonks up or down?
Using the criteria that I know and I alone know and won't share with either one of you, it's up.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay, cool.
No. I mean, my God, Aaron Gordon has cemented himself as the number 2 player on this team. He has shown with like alarming consistency. Even though every time Aaron Gordon shoots a 3-pointer, I'm upset by it. They seem to go in more often than they don't. He's hit game winners. He's changed his hairstyle a number of times, which I appreciate. We've got the fro games. Although I will say, if the fro is up, the stonk is down. If we are talking about some sort of braid situation,
analytics department on that one.
I am the analytics department.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That explains a lot.
So if he's got the braid, stonks up. If he's got the fro, stonks down. Simple. Go.
His value and fit, very up.
Oh.
His defense, not up.
I think it's the right answer.
It's actually down because, he's being tasked with trying to slow down the opposing team's best player, and they're going off every game. Like, a guy's going off. He actually had Cade Cunningham in the last game, and he, pushed him out. But as a rookie, he doesn't see Aaron Gordon, and that's just not something that you want, especially from Aaron Gordon. That's a guy that could have, at least got a little bit more physical and then slowed him down, but he's just not. And that's a good matchup with him for size, for physicality, just putting him in that type of space. I just expected a lot more, and I've been seeing that lately where guys are lighting him up. But as far as fit, he's doing good offensively. He's starting to come on to himself. We just seen him explode for a 28-point game. And you could tell Jokic loves playing with him,
right.
So up in that regard.
I think his playmaking is way up. We've talked about his sort of tertiary passing ability, and he has been that lately. I agree with Dev that the defense is down, but I also want to point out why that is. Aaron Gordon is taking every point of attack defender, which really isn't reasonable. Like, he's a forward. He should not guard every point guard, but for lack of better options, Denver's asked him to. We've seen that point of attack defense slide as the seasons go on. But I also think that's about being overextended, right? They've also needed Gordon to be the second best offensive player at times. So I am still curious, holding out hope for when they get back to full strength, can AG focus up on solely defense? And when's that the case, can he even contain the guards better than he has now? So
see, my thing about defense is always that it takes a lot of effort,
a
lot of energy,
Across
because
82?
obviously you are responding, you are not being the aggressor. So we see this is just the story of the NBA. The NBA, nobody hates playing basketball more than NBA players. Nobody hates the NBA more than people who watch the NBA. We always hear that there's 82 games, and of course, you can't keep the effort up over that amount of time for some reason.
Yes,
that's your only job on earth. So defense improves when the stakes are high, because then people actually try.
Right. I also think too, one thing about defense in the modern era is just 82 games when, if you fight through a screen, it's a foul. If you sneeze on a perimeter player, it's a foul. At a certain point, you're like, okay, I'm just not going to lock in every second out here. But I think his defense will improve as the team gets healthier. Dev, what about Monte Morris? Stonks up or down?
I think it's just steady. I can't say up or down. I feel like he just does his job so well. Not bad. No, he's not having bad games and not having great games. Just kind of up and down, actually.
Yeah,
So, there are moments that you're going to see, the positive. There's going to be moments that you're not. I did expect him, there was a point in time that he was scoring a lot more, and I thought that was going to, stay, especially with him finishing around the rim. He seems to be such a better finisher. And also knocking down the three ball. I'm not sure where that went as of late, especially with the guys that are pegged on to him. I thought that he would blow up, a little bit in that regard. But he's not having horrible games, and he's also taking care of the ball. They're winning games with him at point guard.
I know. If we look at a macro level, which again, are we doing?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Up to you.
From the macro level, if we looked at Bitcoin and Montcoin.
Okay, hang on. It's no longer up to you. We're doing Bitcoin? Okay.
On as the year has progressed, that is a slow and steady incline. If we're looking at the micro, as in the past couple days, he's been he's in a slump, man. He's not hitting anything. He's missing all of his mid-range. We called him mid-range Monte. He's hit no mid-ranges. He's hit no Montes. I don't know. So, again, macro, slow and steady. Micro, down, down, down. Overall, up.
I think his shooting has been down. His shooting has.
Dude,
been
he's in a slump.
Yeah.
How do you? No one pays closer attention as to whether or not a player is in a slump than the sports bettor. I have been paying attention. I've been betting Monte Morris. I've been getting burned. I don't appreciate it. He went home. We thought that he was going to have a breakout game. He was going to feel the warm embrace of cold Detroit. But he ate a bunch of his mother's tacos and then was terrible.
I think it's I like that comment there. It's a dip, but buy the dip.
Buy that dip.
Buy the dip. Let's go a little faster. Zeke.
It's up. It's clearly up. He's able to play. He's on the court. He's getting good minutes. He's scoring the basketball, shooting the ball well, getting more aggressive. I feel like he's learning a little bit more. So it has to be up, especially because his stock was it was so low that you couldn't do anything but go up. He's now playing, and he's not getting exposed. So it's up, all the way up.
Playing alongside one DeMarcus Cousins, who, by the way, today got cut. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, and then re-signed.
Yep, immediately re-signed.
By the way, we should clarify. A lot of the newsbreakers, not the big ones, they've just sort of dropped the hardship designation on these 10 days. There is a difference between a hardship 10-day and a standard 10-day. The Nuggets cut him from his hardship deal because they did not have that slot anymore. Now he is signed to a standard 10-day.
Dude, nothing
Everyone
gets
got
me
that?
more excited
Everyone
than...
got that?
No one gets me more excited than front office gamesmanship.
That's right.
Cut today, but right back. But playing alongside DeMarcus, technical foul, Cousins has unlocked Zeke. It's allowed him to play beast-like and not just float around the outside, actually be able to get rebounds and have somebody else to like fight in the middle for him. So up, let's go.
Then what about Boogie himself?
Boogie himself has a sample size of 3 games.
Yeah,
He's been
it's kind of
thrown
a
out of
dumb
one
one.
of them.
Yeah.
The first game was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The second game was the second worst thing I've seen in my entire life. The third was pretty good, and then he got tossed. So up, let's go.
The bench, up or down, Dev?
The bench up. Just because he gives them a different dynamic, and they're also not getting destroyed by other teams. They have been playing some really, not so good teams. You play who is in front of you. I feel like he just gives them a different dynamic. So I'm going to say Boogie Cousins is up. And then also guys are starting to play alongside him well. Zeke Naji is now opened up because he has other guys around him. So I'm going to go up. And we're not talking about staggering lineups every single time.
Eric, the vibes.
Oh, the vibes. As the CVO of DNVR, Chief Vibe Officer.
That's right. Yeah.
No one is better equipped to answer this question. And the worst part is that I don't even know, dude. The vibes are in a very weird place. We're on a 3-game win streak. We've won 9 of the last 11. Is that right? The vibes should be through the
8
goddamn
of 11.
roof.
Yep.
The vibes are confusing.
They are confused. That's the right answer.
My vibes are confused.
I think the vibes should be better than they are.
Is it?
We'll talk about it. We got to go a little quicker. Last one, Dev, Eric Stonks, up or down?
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah.
Down.
Couldn't agree more.
that's the right
Sell.
Like,
Sell the dip.
What is happening here?
Let's move into a very quick Judge D line because Dev is back, so we do got to get his bets featured on this bad boy. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. By the way, while we're here, I should tell you guys, Lightshade, Colorado's premier dispensary, 11 locations now. If you go into any of those locations, you use code DNVR, they should give you 25% off your order, which should make you 25% more likely to enjoy the Judge D line segment. Okay. Eric, I am going to be arguing in favor of the Denver Nuggets season going well.
Gentlemen, welcome to the court of D-Line.
Whoa, he's here. He's back.
He's ready.
The two barristers that are appearing before me, I'll have you both argue this case. Brendan.
Yeah.
Are the Denver Nuggets having a good season?
You guys know it's funny that I feel like everyone's forgotten? The Nuggets have missed Jokić himself for 5 games this year. They're 1-4 over those games. Their record without Jokić, 25-17. That's a winning percentage just shy of 60%. Now, according to our favorite friend of the show, schedule maker, Positive Residual, arguably, if you ask our friend Adam Mares, easily the best schedule app, the Nuggets have the easiest remaining strength of schedule from here on out. 19 home games, 12 on the road. Fellas, they're already only a game behind Dallas. They are 2 losses, 3 games in total behind Memphis.
I want to hear this from your heart. I don't want you to read this off of a sheet.
Here's what I'm saying. It's gone better than we think. With Jokić in there, they're winning 60% of their games, and the games are about to get that much easier to win.
Okay.
The Nuggets are primed to gain some ground. I think they're closer to the 4 seed than the play-in by a lot. I think the unhealthy process has rotted our wormy brains, and we've missed the forest for the trees. This season, guys, it's going pretty well.
Okay, all right. Dev, I'd love to hear your counter argument. Are the Nuggets having a good season?
He's wrong. The guy is wrong. And here's why. The Nuggets are 26-21 on the season. I mean, that's just meh. That's just good. Like, if you look at it, like, they haven't got Bones Highland going like they thought they would.
I forget how court works. Is the judge supposed to be the hype man?
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. They're having to still start guys like Austin Rivers. And, that's weird because one game he's not playing, like coach's decision, and then the next you have a conversation and you're just finally back. So I feel like everybody should go to management and just talk like that. Like, that seems like an Adam type of thing that you can do.
Sure does.
And then we talk about other really good teams and who have they beat? Who have the Nuggets beat? Like, you can't really think about too many, like, good wins, but I could tell you could think about a lot of bad losses.
Boy. Objection!
Objection. The Nuggets are, I believe, 18-5 against teams under 500. Fact check me on that, chat, because I just made that up.
All right. Are there any other arguments that need to be made? So just to be clear, Brendan says kinda, and Dev says no.
By the way, I made Dev say no. So before you neg him in the chat, like I literally didn't give him a choice.
Let's see. Wow. Judge D-Line finds in the favor of neither one of you. The Nuggets are having a season that is remarkable in no way. But,
this is just so you guys know. This is the season that D-Line's having.
Yeah.
Is he happy?
What do you want from me?
Is he enjoying himself?
Sir, I paid you under the table.
I know.
I don't understand
I appreciate it. I bought this wig with that. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, that's that. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah,
you
no
do
problem.
have to keep that on for the rest of the show.
Yeah, I
though.
do realize that. We had a graphic to lead me in, but not one to lead me out.
That is right. Yep. So you're stuck like that. Dev, my friend, we missed you, and you are in the captain seat. Make us some money, dude.
So first off, the player props just came up right now.
Okay.
So
Take a
just know that part.
Okay.
So we're doing this on the fly together. But I've been doing really well when I haven't been with you guys. I've been doing really well.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, as you guys know.
You have a girlfriend. We haven't met her. She lives in a different state. You were once in a relationship.
She's from Canada.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, whatever. My car's in the shop. So the Nuggets come into this game as -4,
Okay.
which is actually went down with the Barton news. They were 6-point favorites. Just because Valanciunas was out. They're also missing. Who else is missing for them? They have one more key player. Ingram.
Brandon Ingram and Valanciunas.
Yeah, so it was actually like really higher where it was the Nuggets were 200 -200. So now they're at -4. So they think that it's going to be a closer game, which is pretty wild to me to even think about because they now have Hernan Gomez has to guard Nikola Jokić for the whole game, and then Jackson Hayes. I'm going to tell you right now, barbecue chicken.
Oh.
Barbecue chicken. And I'm not talking about just
Down
a
at
regular
Jackson's.
barbecue chicken. It's going to be good.
I think it's going to be burnt.
Really
gonna be
quick,
good.
Dev, if this helps you at all, Josh Hart, who was questionable, he is going to play. So it's Graham, Hart, Garrett Temple, Herb Jones, and Willie Hernan Gomez are the starters.
They have some, yeah, it's weird. They do have some interesting scores, like ISO scores that that present the Nuggets with some really like difficult cross matchups. Like Josh Hart can score, and I like how he plays. I like how he gets to the rim and things like that. But I really do like Nikola Jokić in this game. I feel like his points, rebounds, and assists way too low. So we're going to lock that in. It's going to be points, rebounds, and assists for Nikola Jokić. It's at 48.5. I really think that he's going to score when he wants. Like, really, I think he's going to have at least 30 points. He's been, back to rebounding the ball at a high level, which I was afraid of once the Nuggets got Cousins and other guys. But I feel like with Will Barton not out, they're going to have to force feed the ball to Jokić, and that's when he scores the best and also the most, just because you're not. I don't think the Pelicans are going to double team him. They're just not those type of guys. So I think that he's just going to score on them whenever he wants to. I'm going to go points, rebounds, and assists.
For what it's worth, Austin Rivers will start for Denver over Will Barton tonight.
Okay.
Don't know if that changes anything for you, but
Also, there's I was telling you about one just to throw in there before we go into the other bet. There's a DK special with Jokić double.
Yep.
And also a Nuggets win for like -140. Like, I feel like that's just cake.
That is cake, dude.
That's cake. He's going to get that.
Not getting a double-double. That's like one of those things where you're like, what am I missing here?
Yeah, there's something else that someone's
fishy.
not telling me here. Let's go to one more. Aaron Gordon. I feel like Aaron Gordon can score in this type of environment. I just don't think that they have a guy to match up with him. Have they had starters for them? I just want to know who the forward is.
yeah, I think it's Jones, Herb Jones. He's a great
Herb
defender.
Jones, yeah,
Great
really.
defender.
Actually, he's a great defender, especially as a rookie. I'm actually shocked to see what type of defender he is. Too small. Aaron Gordon will score. I think that he's going to score. What is his points at?
You tell me, Dev.
It's always like at 13.5.
Yeah, it's probably that. I'm going to go with those two guys for scoring the ball. Aaron Gordon and Nikola Jokić for sure.
All right.
Is there any fun bet that we want to throw in?
You know what we should absolutely bet is we should fade Austin Rivers. He just had the greatest game of his life. He's going to rebound to earth. That's what happened. But don't do that because that's a bummer. That's not what the CVO would suggest. That is a purely bad vibe.
Well, he has to play the entire game.
So there's also the 25% profit boost on any first basket score. The most fun and least wise bet.
Dude,
the
also
world.
not the most fun. It's a bet that it's like choosing for flipping a coin. And then
Kale,
you're just like bummed immediately.
Kale, who gets the first field goal tonight for Denver? Jokić. It has to be the first field goal of the game.
Please.
He's winning the tip, too. All right, Jokić. Bet on Jokić. 25% profit boost. That'll be fun. Do they have Facu rebounds up there, Dev?
They do. His rebounds at 1.5.
That's an over. What else do we got today? I have no idea what my record is on that. It's probably terrible, but I'll do it every time. Let's see. Who do we like off the bench? Is anyone going to do anything off the bench?
Looks like Forbes is the only guy that they have off the bench.
I still like Forbes threes. Anyway, we can wrap this up so I can take the wig off.
We can get out of here in about 2 minutes. If you give us like 2 more bets, Eric, I'll let you go. So you got to go find one. Brimmed Forbes over 1.5 threes plus 125.
I like, dude. I don't know.
A fun one.
He hit our lock 2 games ago, hitting the threes. Then he only shot 1 last time. Did not hit it. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with Bryn Forbes' role in this bench unit yet to say for sure. Can we bet on a Boogie Cousins technical foul? Is that available?
I wish. No, the odds on that are
if
not.
If he gets one, we should go take a shot.
Yeah.
I think he's averaging
our personal odds. It's -2 shots.
He's averaging like over 1 per appearance right now, right? So it's got to be a lock. All right. Well, that's just about it. Unless you got any more for us, Dev. Super chat. Hit us up with the super chat. And it is coming to us from
Smuggets. Again,
dude,
just to be clear, again, not me.
We did meet him, can confirm. The Nuggets are having an unlucky season. They are outperforming expectations given the conditions. Health is on the way. I'm unbelievably smug. The exact type of image that precedes the Nuggets losing to the Pelicans, but thank you for the $5. We deeply, deeply appreciate it. Hey, folks, it's Friday night. The Nuggets should have a chance. I'm sorry in advance.
Friday night, the vibes are right. DNVR Bar, up and popping.
Party lounge?
The freaking Avalanche are playing. They can't lose. Nuggets can't lose.
Goatees tomorrow night.
Goatees tomorrow.
Oh, dude, this is the place to be right now. Hopefully we will see you guys back here in Studio B.
I think so. I think we've been relegated.
In the party lounge. Enjoy the game, folks. We'll see you after the game.
Let's go.